So for today's lesson, we're going to be doing the naked egg experiment. So what we're going to do is we're going to place 3 eggs in a tub of vinegar. We're going to leave it for 24 hours, and then after the 24 hours, we're going to change over the vinegar. This is just because the vinegar won't lose its acidity, but it'll be a lot quicker if we change it over, and we'll leave it for a full week. After that, when we get it back, we'll inspect the egg, ask a few questions such as, has the size changed, has the colour changed, is it still hard, is it soft, do we think that it's different in any way? And we'll also do the same thing with salt water, with a really high sodium level salt water, and then we'll compare them as well. Soaking the egg in vinegar actually creates a chemical reaction. The 4% acetic acid of the vinegar actually dissolves the calcium carbonate on the shell, and that releases carbon dioxide. That's why when the eggs are placed into the tub, it will actually bubble. The egg itself will stay together due to the membrane, so it will actually dissolve the shell and will make the shell soft or non-existent, and just the membrane of the egg will lay there. And this is relatable for students when you boil an egg and you take it off. Sometimes there's like a thin white layer that gets stuck with the egg, and that's the actual membrane itself being cooked, whereas this is going to leave only the membrane. So as the egg is in the vinegar, it'll actually expand, it'll get a bit bigger, and that's because the actual membrane of the egg is semi-permeable. This means that the water and the vinegar can actually get through the membrane into the egg and make it expand. This is an example of osmosis. With the eggs that are in salt water, so osmosis will also work with them. They'll get smaller, and then once you do the vinegar egg, you can put that into the salt high sodium level water, and you can watch the egg go from its original size to the larger size, and then when it gets put into the sodium level, it'll actually shrink back down again, because the high sodium level will actually draw the water out of the egg. Once this experiment is conducted, students will be required to answer a variety of questions. The questions that were mentioned earlier, there'll also be more in-depth questions, and they'll be working in pairs to encourage group work. It'll also help the students maybe notice something they didn't notice before, and it'll help them compare their ideas and their theories, hypotheses that could occur. It'll also help them show, if some of the students' experiment didn't work as well, the other students can show them and they can learn off one another. This will also help them with their individual work when they get back to it, because it'll just show them more ideas. It'll broaden their knowledge of the actual experiment itself and what happened, including the osmosis, the chemical reaction, and all of that.